Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk. Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk. Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk. Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, 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 go CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Thanks for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that.
Yo, what's up, CrossTalk? Welcome to CrossTalk, where we give you our take on subject matter that affects us in the spiritual realm as well as the physical realm. And we also talk scripture. It's all about Christ here. That's right. Where am I? Oh, yeah. Welcome to CrossTalk Podcast. We are glad to see you. Man, I am so tripping. We are glad to see you. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Lady, Supreme Elect Lady. Michelle, how you guys doing? And I am your host, Minister STEBO, and I have with me right now one of my partners in Christ, me and Lynn. What's up, man? Lynn.
Good evening.
How you doing? How was your day?
I guess I'll use one of the pastors since he ain't on to do it. Everything's top shelf, and I just bought me a new ladder.
Well, actually, he said he got 2 ladders.
No, that was a remix of the other one. He said got him a new ladder. Everything's top shelf.
Hey,
It's a good day.
it is a good day. It cooled off a little bit, so I'm glad about that. Well, look, right quick. Hey, what's up, Stephanie Denise Robinson? How y'all doing? Are we on CrossTalk? Or are we on? Okay, I think we on CrossTalk. But make sure you stop right now. I'm just playing, Stephanie. You know you my homie. Make sure you stop right now. Share the show. Click those likes and hearts like crazy to get us trending so that this CrossTalk will pop up on people's timelines. Don't be shy. Don't be stingy. Or don't be cruel. Happy Monday. And if today is your birthday, happy birthday to you. Whatever age you are, you're indeed blessed to be that. And I'm trying to wait on Bishop. Let's see right here. Let's see if he's right. I mean, his video is up. He just ain't in his chair or whatnot. But
We looking for David Ruffin in there.
right. My name is Bishop Thompson, and these are the CrossTalk panelists. Yes. Welcome. Hold on one second. Let me get this right quick. If anybody has seen you didn't get the answer. I don't think you got the answer. I'm not even gonna speak that into the atmosphere. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. You ready, man, Lynn?
I'm ready. Pick up. He's got nothing but love. Hey, Pastor.
And of course, we got Bishop T and a place to be. What's up, Bishop? All right. Can you hear us?
Nope. Nah, he can't hear us.
right, hold on 1 second. Man, this the devil show is busy. Got his internet. We got his internet feed back up, and now this. So, but let's see if we can get Bishop to hear us. Can you hear us, Bishop? Bishop, can you hear us? Hi. Bishop, can you hear us? I don't think he can. But welcome to episode 26. Episode 26.
Really?
Yeah. We're on episode 26. Oh, man.
There's been a lot going on since I've been furloughed.
All right. We've been doing this for a minute. Thank y'all for rocking with us for these times that y'all have been. I am so glad that you guys are still rocking with us 25 episodes later. But let's get into it. Maybe we can get Bishop on in a second. But our first question of the night is: are we still falling in love? Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house tonight? Stand up. Are we still falling in love, or are we just liking people a lot? What you think, man, Lynn? I'll let you go first since Bishop.
By default. I believe that there's a lot of both going on. I can't say one or the other. I believe that there's a lot of both going on. You hear that? One or the other.
That's Bishop.
Pastor, we can't. If you can hear us, be a part of this. Turn your. What do you need to turn on?
He need to turn off his phone or turn it down.
Be a part of this. Turn your. What do you need to turn on?
He need to turn off his phone or turn it down.
We.
I've got nothing on. I can see you all on the podcast.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
But my volume is down to 0. I can see you, Minister, on my computer, but I see you and Minister STEBO on my cell phone.
Yeah, we
Other
got
than
you.
that,
We got you.
y'all
Is your
go ahead.
speaker
I'll
on?
just listen.
All right. Well, if
Oh,
you got
yeah.
if you got something to say, then say it in your mic.
I
We
don't
can
know.
hear you.
Maybe my phone, my computer is raggedy. I don't know.
But go ahead, man, Lynn.
Let me close me out and come back again and see what happens.
Go ahead, man, Lynn.
All right. That's a really good question. Are we still falling in love, or are we just liking a lot of people? It's on both ends of the spectrum. I can't say one more than the other. You got a group or a crop of new folk coming in, falling in love, and then you got a bunch of veterans falling in like. You know, it's like that on both ends of the spectrum. You know, no one clear-cut answer for that. You know, a lot of us like the concept of falling in love, and a lot of us love the concept of being liked. You know. When we get off into love, you know, it's a very tricky language in the American English. You know, we start talking about love, you know, so we have to define that several times in this show. But as far as falling in love, you know, we fall into a lot of things. We fall into emotions. We fall into a lot of we fall in lust. We fall in layers. But you know, we yeah, I mean, it's not just one good fall. You know what I'm saying? It's a tumble. You know what I'm saying? It's like you stick your right foot in, you stick your right foot out. It's like we just playing double dutch with our feelings sometimes. You know, do I jump in now or travel T, touch the ground and out? You know, all kind of stuff because we play a lot of games. You know, so We want to get off into talking about love or want to get off into talking about like, it's a seesaw. So I don't have a clear-cut answer for that.
Bishop, can you hear us?
I think he went back out.
No, he turned off his video. Because he's there. All right. Yeah, I tend to agree. Let me hang up right quick because we're gonna keep on hearing them. I tend to agree. A lot of people like. I think we fall in love with the idea of being in love, rather than the person that we're actually involved with. And that's a huge difference. And I think that's where a lot of people get their emotions mixed up in. You know, okay, I love this person, but they really don't really know that person to be in love with them. They just like them a whole lot. They like the idea of being in love. And since this person is here at the time, this is who I love. This is who I'm in love with.
They can love a lot of things about them. You know, they can love the idea of us being together. But, you know, as far as even knowing who it is that they're in it with, you know, I don't know you. So how can I possibly love you?
Right. We look at it on paper. Are we going to make it to where we are on paper and we stay on paper? You know what I'm saying? That's the double entendre. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. It's kind of like that old sports analogy, you know. It's a win until we actually play the game, you know. On paper, like you say, on paper, it's a win. It looks good on paper, you know, but when we hit the court, you know what I'm saying, the truth of the matter will come out.
Right.
And then, you know, so like a lot of our relationships end up in court, you know. So we'll find our way somewhere. A lot of people are just more in love with the concept of getting to the altar, as opposed to who are we meeting at the altar. So we can like and love our way all the way into something, but we'll find out what it really is when we start indulging in it.
Yeah, that's when we get too enthralled with the wedding over the marriage, and a lot of people get that those two events mixed up. You know,
that's why so many people have so many of them. They love the weddings. They love those weddings.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, it's the. Are you? Can you hear us, Bishop?
Nope.
I'm gonna knock him off again because he's just taking up CPU. But we got a question. Are you guys saying that you'll know you're in love based off a certain length of time of dating? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I mean, because time is different than timing. That's different. Length of time is different than timing. You guys, people can be in two different parts or two different stages of life, and at that point, it can seem like, okay, well, this is what I need, or this is love. I'm in love with this person because I'm hurt, they hurt, and we make each other feel better.
Yikes.
And I'm not saying that that's the case with the vast majority, but that is a scenario. So it's not necessarily the length of time, because you can meet somebody and kick it off just like that, and then you can meet somebody and it seems like you kicked it off just like that. It's just that, like I said, it's a case of timing, and timing can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing.
Length doesn't necessarily equal strength. You know, sometimes, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of us stay in friendships because we've been knowing each other since the first grade. But that person ain't been nothing but a Benedict Arnold and an Eddie Haskell to you from day one. Just because you've been knowing them for a long time, it doesn't equal that, you know, that this is the relationship right here. Just as well as being in a relationship with someone, you know, we've been together for 25 years. That's all y'all been, was together for 25 years. You know, some people love just to say we've been together for this long, but what did you do, or what have you been doing while you've been together? You know,
And not only that, but what has that benefited?
like a lot of people are in relationships, ain't had no dates, no dinners, no nothing, just arguing and laying around. You know, but we've been together 25 years.
And we
And
still together.
right, just so you can say you're still together. So no, we're not saying that, you know, if y'all been together for a long time, that equals love. You know, all I'm saying is when you get into it, when you start to indulge, and when you start to partake, you will find out. And even sometimes you see how far you've gone, and take a look back and see what that look back is. Check the track record, see what it is. Outweigh. Let's see if the good outweigh the bad, or let's see if it benefited you, or have you grown? Has something been added to you? You know, that you can't and don't want to live without now. You know, it's a whole lot of ways to appraise the relationship outside of the length of the relationship.
Yeah, and I will say this. Length is a good determining factor of whether you can handle some things, because in my and I'm just going to speak on my experience. In my experience, you can meet someone, and within 6 months you'd have to re-meet them, because now they've exhausted their ability to hide the real them, and now the real them is showing up. And because the longer you're in the relationship, the more comfortable you become. And the more comfortable you become, the more you let down your guards. And the more you let down the guards, the more I can see you. And the more that I can see you, I can actually get to know you. There's very few people that come into a relationship, or as Tashira just called it, situationship, with their guards completely down.
Nobody comes in with their guards down. We all got the best of ourselves on the way in.
I'm not going to say nobody does, because nobody is just as powerful as everybody, and we know that everybody don't do everything. And so I can't say that nobody does us. That's too definite. That's just like saying everybody loves Chris. No, everybody don't love Chris. So
Everybody eat. Everybody drink.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
everybody don't do.
But what I'm saying is, that's just like saying everybody eats pizza. You know, that's too definite.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. But now you're adding dynamics to the fact that everybody eat. That's, you know, just say when we start adding dynamics.
So what we're talking about is everybody come in a relationship. Everybody can get into a relationship, but not everybody comes in guarded. That's what I'm saying. It's too definite. Yeah. But let's go to the next question. Here we go. Why do women? Why do men? Why do men or women cheat? Why do people cheat? Now let's right quick. Tashira says some people just have situationships rather than relationships. That is true. So, me and Lynn, I'll let you go first.
Well, that one is easier to answer than the first one. You know, that's not as wide of a spectrum, right? Oh, come on. I'm like, that's just as wide as the first question. Why do men and women cheat? You know, but when it comes down to it, you know, it's the insatiable appetite. I don't care what the situation is, you know.
Just get that just for saying
No,
insatiable. I like that.
no one could make nobody do anything. You know, like he did me so wrong, I just had to go out. Nobody can make nobody do anything, and when it all boils down to it, there is a decision to do. But the truth of the matter sometimes is it goes with the appetite. You know, sometimes we have to see it, call a spade. You know what I'm saying? If you already have a relationship and then you pile on, it's just greedy. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. The truth of the matter is, I mean, you call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's you cheat you cheat by way of decision. That's a decision and a choice that was to be made, and that's what we did. You know, there are many various routes to it, but when it all boils down, it's like a Romans 12 thing. Therefore, you have a decision to make. Are you going to or are you not going to? Based upon, you know, are you trying to get out this or are you trying to add to it or are you trying to do something to get back in your relationship without them knowing it? No matter what the scenario is, there's a choice and a decision that has to be made.
Look at that. That's now y'all tell me. Oh, okay, no, that's not. All right, so here's some good. Hey, we got some good stuff in the chat, man. Land. Tashira says some people cheat because they're trying to fill a void, and that I think that goes with, man, what you said. Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. I like that analogy for more than one reason, but that fits this this insatiable. Yeah. The eyes are bigger than your stomach. I don't even think I could even expound on that. I mean, I think you hit the nail on it. You get a hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
She said some people cheat for revenge. You did me like this, so I'm gonna get you back.
And you made a decision.
Yep. Eye for an eye. I think where most of this comes, well, I don't even know if we can separate any of it from a decision being made, because whether you've been wronged or whether you feel unfull, incomplete. Well, I was going with the eyes and the stomach thing. You don't feel full. Right. It's still a decision. It's still a decision that you made to commit an act. And some people cheat because they're insatiable. I think that's a good one. Cassandra says, thinking the grass is greener on the other side. That is a word. That's worth it. Lift those hands. But you was about to say, man, Lynn?
I was something along the same lines. You know, what's the old phrase? Don't go shopping. Don't go on the empty stomach. Don't go shopping on the empty stomach. You know, things tend to be. You know, I remember one time getting into an argument. Walked out the house steaming mad. First thing I saw when I walked outside, my type walking down the street. I'm upset. I'm justifying, you know, and I thought to myself, let me take my butt back in the house. You know, and it's like it'd be just that easy. The enemy knows how to get in when you don't even got to have your guards up. You ain't even knowing nothing about no guards. All you know is you in the situation, and the enemy knows I got you wide open. You exposed right now. You're not thinking clearly, because a lot of us, we made decisions based upon a crowded mind or an eradicated mind. You know what I'm saying? Make a quick decision, make an impulsive decision. You know, just like that revenge factor. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to know you're more valuable than that, than to let yourself go just because somebody done let go on you. And then even after they done that, You know what I'm saying? They got to go back and look at themselves for what they've done.
Hey man, Lynn, you walked outside and you saw a girl with extensions in her hair,
Bamboo earrings,
at least two pair. Oh man, that's hilarious. I went outside and saw my type.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Because a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, we have a type, and then we have that person that we actually needed. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us, we have an idea of the woman or the man that we think we want. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then actually fall in love with that we actually needed. And those two don't seem to add up, you know?
Man, that kind of actually falls into one of the reasons why men or women cheat, because we made the wrong decision in the first place. But then
we was typecasted.
Wow. Check this out, y'all. We're already at the part where we take a small break. We'll catch y'all on the flip side of these commercials. Hold on, let me see which ones I want to watch. Let's do this one right quick. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Join host Don Rob Alvin at 2 every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for Wake Up St. Louis Me Too Music Sunday Morning Show. Streaming live every Sunday morning on Facebook and YouTube. And now airing in Houston, Texas, Virginia Church Radio. That's Wake Up St. Louis Me Too Music Sunday Morning Show. Join us for laughs, great music, the word, information, news, more laughs, more great music. Every Sunday morning, 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Wake Up St. Louis Me Too Music Sunday Morning Show.
Behind me are handbags featured on our website. So please click shop now and start your jewelry journey with Lisa D at www.lisad.jewelry. See you there.
Hey yo, this is Scooter Lamont. Be sure to pick up my single, Don't Quit, on The Source on MeTooMusic.com/The Source. Get it now. Don't get distracted, no!
Back.
Got him on the
Right.
spot. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
One more time, y'all.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Man, we had a comment that came over the commercial break, and I'm going to give Shirley a pre-lift those hands.
Somebody lift those hands.
Somebody lift those hands.
If you love them.
I'm almost ready to give you a Are You Churchy gift for that comment. She says, maybe it's because they want what they think somebody else has. Smoke and mirrors. Man, smoke and mirrors is what you had me at smoke and mirrors. You can't see past the smoke. And man, I like that. I'll give you another one right there. No, I'll give you a brilliant.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
All right. Tashira says sometimes people may cheat because they want attention someone else gets, not necessarily the person. Mother Duke says we made decisions to cheat because we stepped away from God. Y'all both get a ding on that one. Back to back. Man, another reason is because we and that's to fill a void. I think that's to fill a void. That falls under that category. We the person that we quote unquote confide in gives us what we need, quote unquote need, and then
Not that everything I miss at home syndrome.
yeah, the 20% thing. You get 80% at home, and you cheat over 20%. Don't mess up your 80 for the 20. That's another sermon right there. Yeah. All right, but Here we go. Next question. Oh, did we? Nah. Well, we'll do it after this segment. Next question is a teenage love. A teenage love. Don't don't hurt me again. Don't hurt me again. Anyway.
Are you done?
Yeah, I got caught up. My bad. I got caught. But what was your favorite part about teenage love? What was your favorite part about teenage love?
You heard Pastor?
You on here? Oh,
I hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hold on. We don't lift those hands. Somebody lift those hands. I'm ready to preach now. You too late now, Bishop. I'm ready to preach.
Go ahead on, preach. I'll open the door.
Hold on, let me get your video in here right quick. All right, and of course we got to give you. We're gonna have to dock you for being late.
I told you it's gonna be a rough entrance.
Right. What's up, Bishop? Thank you for joining us.
Glad
Everybody
to be
give
here.
Bishop P a hand. But you know what? We can't dock you this month because it's your anniversary month. So you get a pass. You get a pass.
All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we do.
Appreciate that.
Here at CrossTalk.
All is well.
All right. How's your day been? We go back there for.
It's been an awesome day. Had a little running to do, but mostly it's been a peaceful, restful day, like I try to do on Mondays. So it's been a good day.
All right. Have you been joining us for so far?
Just a few minutes. I've been able to hear you. I think my there was a button on my keyboard for the sound, and it was off. As in right now. Can you all hear me now?
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Good.
All right. So, what's your favorite part? We'll go to Bishop first on these next few questions since me and Lynn took the first two.
By default, of course.
Bishop, what's your favorite part about a teenage love?
Wow. I think
Remember.
the freshness, the newness of it, the premeditated expectation, because in so many of those teenage romances, you hadn't crossed the line. Only thing you could do was look at the line. You didn't see a lot of what your expectations was. There was so much left to the imagination that it kept you up at night. You didn't see, how can I say, so much body parts. You saw covered body parts, and you thought about, wow, I wonder what it's like. It's like, I share with a lot of couples when they're anticipating marriage, and the difference in living together prior to, and then just coming together. When you have been driving 12, 13, 14, 15 without a license, when you get your license at 16, it's no big deal. So yeah, when you live in expectation and anticipation, there's always something to keep you progressing, wondering out because in that teenage romance, you didn't know. You expected. You wondered, you thought about. And I think that was some of the great intrigue to those teenage romances. You went over to the girl's house and you knew what not to do. Go ahead. Yeah.
You got it. We went.
There was something
we went 36 minutes. We went 36 minutes without you. We've been waiting to see what you were gonna say.
There was something I was, when you all were talking before, when I couldn't be heard, there were some of the things that I was thinking about when you said, why people cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time, some people, it's like, it's what they grew up around.
Mm.
Mm.
It's what they came. It's what they came to expect. This is what it's supposed to be.
Mm.
And they don't do it because they're malicious. They don't wake. It's like, don't wake up in the morning and say, boy, I'm going out and cheat today. I'm going. It's not.
You thought you saw some cheating.
You thought you ain't seen no cheating yet, buddy. It's not necessarily like that. It's sometimes they feel like, okay, this is what I've been surrounded by all my life, so this is the way it's supposed to be. Wow! So they follow trend.
Follow the leader.
I've shared this with the church because I guess that's one of my soft points in ministry. Is I talk about me because I know me. I make myself vulnerable because it shuts the door for somebody else and say, don't do what I did. Mm-hmm. And I shared this. I felt like I had a right to do it. Mm-hmm. And to me, it wasn't cheating. Mm. I had a right to do this.
It was justified.
It was justified.
Wow.
And I think so many times, so many of us brothers and so many of us sisters cannot look in the mirror and say it ourselves. Yeah, you did it. That's why you did it. I blamed other people. And then I had the rude awakening, my brothers, and all of those of you who are streaming. I had the rude awakening that says, yeah, you grew up around it, but you still had to make a decision to do it yourself. Mm. I don't care if Papa was a Rolling Stone. You have to stop the rock.
Right.
Woo! I knew you could. Man, hold on one second. Lift those hands. You ain't finna skate past that one, Bishop. You're going to have to lift those hands on that one. Man, that is tough. Come on.
And again, like I say, I talk about me. I look back over my life. And I think things over, and I find myself apologizing to God. Lord God, I'm sorry. I was like that. I did it. Forgive me. Because I even had to go back and apologize to the memory of my dad. Mm. Man, Dad didn't make me do those things. And well, if you blame Dad, how come you didn't do that? And I made a choice. I made a choice. And just like I made that choice, I could have made that choice.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of amusing. It kind of made me laugh, but it's still, you don't get up in the morning and say, boy, you watch this. I'm going to do some tough cheating today, buddy.
But it's still a choice.
It's still a choice. And when you make the wrong choice, it's wrong. It's right. WRONGG. Wrong.
With two G's. Which one is capital?
All two of them.
All two of them. Oh, man. I would ask you to follow that man, Lynn, but I don't want to follow it.
Well, I'm going to follow it.
Go ahead.
Because the question is still, what was your favorite part about teenage love?
Yeah.
My favorite part about teenage love was the dynamic of the telephone.
Yes.
And what it was then. I'm a Bobby Brown fan. One of my favorite songs is Every Little Step I Take. No, that's the wrong. No. He say I can't sleep at night I toss and turn, listening for the telephone.
Yeah.
When I get your call, I'm all choked up. Can't believe you called my home. As a matter of fact, it blows my mind that you would even talk to me. Because a girl like you is like a dream come true, a real life fantasy. Those were my thoughts. You know, a song sometimes can just tell people how you feel. And I used to be like, man, she interested in me. Oh, she calling the house for me. I used to love that. You know, I lived for that. You know, being on the phone, didn't have sense enough to hang up at night.
Right.
You hang up.
Hang up first.
No, you hang up.
The next thing you know, we just sleep. You know, make me want to see you at. Make me want to see you at school the next day.
Who's
you know,
on that phone in there? I don't hear nobody talking. Is it?
Lynn.
If my mama pick up, you hang up. You know.
Hey, Lynn, what about this one? You sleep? I ain't sleep. I ain't sleep. I ain't sleep. I'm just sleeping.
After we've been snoring for a little while, you know.
You sleep? I ain't sleep. I'm just sleepy.
Right. I loved all of that. Then, of course, you know, listening to, of course, you had to have the radio on in the background. You had to have the radio on in the background. So,
what about mixtapes?
Well, one advantage I had over that, Minister Dukes, I used to sing to my girlfriend.
Me too.
So, you know, and her friends. Her friends would ask her, you know, because I used to sing in the All Men's Review on stage at school, and we'd be singing in the talent shows, and they would ask her, does he sing to you? And boy, she would be walking on cloud 15. Yeah, he sang to me.
Hey.
Oh God!
I did it all. I did it all. The phone, and then you can be somebody altogether different. I would like, contrary to popular opinion with my friends, I didn't know how to talk to girls. I didn't have game and all that stuff. You know, I just had talent and jokes and all that good stuff, and you know, the personality. But I wasn't one of those, hey baby, how you doing, and all of that. So it's like on the phone. You know, I'm a whole different animal on the phone. Then you see me the next day at school. Hey, you know, you ain't getting all that phone stuff.
Hey, how you doing? Hi.
Hey. You quiet boy.
Yeah.
You quiet boy then.
I love the phone dynamic of the whole thing, and Bobby put it out there.
Yeah.
You know,
mixtapes. You make a mixtape for your girlfriend. Give it to her, and that's how you told her how much you liked her and all that kind of stuff. That was spitting game back in the day. You had to live.
That was the thing. You could do it, and
they love the time. They love the time you put into it.
Yeah, the phone calls and your effort. You are a totally different person. I remember a Minister STEBO. You know, Earl. I liked this girl. Her name was Helen, and I was talking big talk on the phone, boy. Big talk. And we were over at Tandy one day around the horseshoe pit, pitching horseshoes, and Errol went and got Helen.
Threw your game off.
Oh, man. Went and brought her to me. I was sitting on my bicycle and looked around, and he was standing there. Oh, man, I like to faint it.
That reminds me of Michelle. Let me quit. But
oh God,
let's go to the next question here.
Yeah, let's go to the next question. I'm getting embarrassed just thinking about it.
All right, so
Earl.
Right. About to call Earl after the show. Why you do that?
I'm telling you, man. What'd you do that for me, man?
Here's the question. We're gonna stick with Bishop T first on this one. Does teenage love die when we get older?
I don't think it dies. I think that it wasn't really love. You know, we talk about puppy love because you can be in love today with one person and in love with another one tomorrow. So, you know, I don't think it's like it dies. It doesn't really exist to the extent that it can stand the test of time. And the test of time being like overnight, 24 hours, 48 hours. So when it is, and I know that it can be love. I have a friend who met a girl when they were in high school, in early high school. What they called it before high school, just before high school. Anyway,
middle school.
Yeah, and they are married today and happily married.
Well, Bishop, real quick, teenage like love.
Okay, yeah, and I think that can grow into real love. It doesn't have to die. When it is anything that is living, if it is nurtured, it can live. But if you are at a stage when you don't know how to nurture love, you don't know what it takes to water it, to dig around it, to fertilize it, to cause it to grow. Because there's an old secular song that I used to hear, things don't just happen. People make them happen. And in order to make them happen, you got to know the ingredients of what to put into it. It's not going to grow by itself. You know, people tell you that marriage will take care of itself. And as grandmama say, there's no such a lie been ever told. Yeah, marriage don't take care of itself, and love won't take care of itself. It will die if it is not fed.
Bishop, you over there clumsy because you dropping knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
Do you have a sound that says, you know, like when you do a pun?
I got a that's the only thing I got. And I got, that boy good. That boy good.
That ain't what he's talking about, though.
I don't know, but that's all I got. That's all I got. You done messed up, AA Ron.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
Me and Lynn,
That's
real
basic.
quick. Teenage like love die when we get over it.
Like lays, love is planted. You know, butterflies are introduced with teenage like. You know.
No, teenage-esque. I'm like.
Yeah. Well, you ain't got that on there.
It's teenage teenage like love.
Aha.
Yeah.
It does not last because it is not permanent. It is an emotion. It is it is, like I said, it's butterflies, you know. But if it's more than, because love is planted, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you'll know because it grows, it's nurtured, you know, it thrives, it exists, and it coexists. They're like, you know what I'm saying? That's a solo mission. and you know, it's all about how you feel. As Pastor had said, if it could stand the test of time for 24 hours, you know, like back in the day when we used to say, hey, you know, do you want to go with me? Yeah.
Go with me?
No. Or maybe, you know, seal the deal with some now laters in the blow pop. We together for good 2 strong weeks. If it's really love, it's 3. You know? But you know that.
Have mercy.
Right. But if it's, you know, it ain't gonna last. Not under those circumstances. If it's not love, because love is lasting.
I think that both can exist. Teenage like love, so like to where you're with, like Pastor said, he knows somebody that married their teenage love. You know what I'm saying? When I get married, or when I find the person that I love, do I still want to, you know, call and talk to him when I'm away from him? Do I still get, you know, butterflies in my stomach when we're going to go on date night? Do I still, you know, and I don't want to say that, say too much because it go into our next segment, but I think both can exist. And real quick, let's do Are You Churchy? Our Are You Churchy segment real quick. If you get up to speak and everyone has been acknowledged, what has already been established? If you get up to speak and everyone has been acknowledged. What has already been established. Man, we got it quick today. Tashira got it, and she got the answer. Hold on one second. The answer is yes. Hold on one second. The answer is protocol. That is correct. So, yeah, Tashira, you are the winner of the evening, and you get some of that delectable, delicious food on the corner of Natural Bridge at the fish house.
Oh, I should have called you.
You might not get, well, this time you will get some free food, and it will be some good food. So, give it up for Tashira one more time. Answer the right, with the right answer. And let's see, after this game show, music goes off. There we go. All right, so now we about to get into our spoken commercials. Let's talk about our friends right quick.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Speaking of fish, if you haven't taken the opportunity to hang out on the corner of Natural Bridge and Jenny Station Road for some really good fish and seafood, get by the fish house and sample some of that awesome menu. Tell Tammy and Jerry that the good folks at CrossTalk sent you. You probably won't get any free food, except for Tashira, but you'll get some good food. And make sure you stop by and slide by the Made by God's DM. Order you a few Made by God t-shirts from Brother Stewart. You can find him on Instagram at madebygod__. Nobody bakes a cake like Carla Bake. Nobody bakes a cake like Carla Saw bakes a cake, so get your cake baked by Anointed Cake Creations. It's all good, man. I was thinking already. You got this one. Watch it. Man, I'm messed up. Helping you find the property of your dreams. Paula M. Walker, real estate sales agent with St. Louis Metro Realtors. Agent_Walker03 at hotmail.com. And Phrase has the phrase that fits. Holla at Bridget Michelle if you want your Phrase apparel. And be anxious for nothing. Speaking of the winner of the Fish House sweepstakes, holla at Tashira S. Dukes. Get that book. Everywhere you can download books and pick up your copies of Bishop books. He done had the ear. Anywhere you can download ebooks and Stair Steps to Answer Prayer at www.stairstepstoanswerprayers.com. And you know where I'm going now. Elaine Ragland. Pick up your book, Manifestations by Elaine Ragland. It's available now for download at bookbaby.com. And enhancing your peace of mind one clean at a time, you can holler at Gone Out Dusting at the email and the website and the phone number and the Instagram you see on your screen. And if you like good, wait. What's next? Did I miss anything? Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to wait. I don't want to say, yep, okay, I was right. Download Gabriel Music at www.gabrielmusic.com. Everything from the debut album, Minister of Music, to the newest release single, Glad I'm Saved, is available for download. Plus, it's getting close to the most wonderful time of the year. On that same website, you can download the Christmas album entitled The Bishop and Me. And if you're ready to record your single or your album, email incrediboymusic at incrediboymusic2@gmail.com for pricing and availability. Woo! All right. And we're back. All right. So, what's that?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. All right. Next segment, and our last segment is, what's the key to sustaining love? What's the key? What is the key to sustaining love? in a relationship or a marriage. Let's go with Bishop T first, and then we'll have me and Lynn answer the second question first.
Well, I think one of the greatest things to do as far as sustaining love is sustaining the courtship relationship. All of the things that, as the Impression said in a song several years ago, the same thing it took to get your baby hooked, it takes the same thing to keep him. I think one of the problems in relationships is that we stop doing the things that caused us to be in love from the beginning. We stop doing the little things. We stop dressing for each other. We stop trying to please each other. And one of the biggest things that can make love disappear is when people stop needing something from one another. When they stop needing something, when they stop needing each other. And I'm not saying this is something that you can't do without, but I'm talking about when that person
something that you don't want to do without.
Stop providing something that is a necessity to each other. Not making a person stay home, but making a person want to be at home.
There you go. That's a good one.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Me and Lynn?
I would say I'm on the same wavelength with that one, but I was thinking like the same things you did to get her, the same things you did to get him, upgrade them. Because as you grow, those things grow too. Like you got a hook with the now laters in the blow pop, you know what I'm saying? But y'all ain't now late the blow pop age no more. She doesn't grow.
Chocolate strawberries.
What is it now? You know what I'm saying? You probably have to move to some Skittles and but you gotta get it, you gotta get away, you gotta upgrade, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like put more effort into it because you're not an easy walk in the park no more. As we grow, as this relationship grows, as it's cultivated, it's gonna take a different kind of fertilizer. The same things work, but you gotta do the same things differently. Those dates, you remember how it was in the beginning, y'all can share a Big Mac in a fry, well, shoot, now it's date night. We need 2 plates. You know what I'm saying? We need to do a little something to do the same thing, but differently. You know what I'm saying? Just, you want to shower her. You want to show her how much. If you had grown, you want to share those growing things with her. You can still do the same things, but you got to upgrade them. You got to do them differently. Once upon a time, I loved the smell of Tribe on my girlfriend once. Loved it. So I called myself, when we had gotten married, I called myself buying her some Tribe. And I got it. I ordered it. It didn't smell the same as 10 years ago. I didn't want to smell that mess. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be romantic, but it was a nostalgic memory. But things done changed since then. The thought was lovely, but the gift was all wrong. Sometimes we just got to upgrade, to keep things going. Same thing.
In addition to that, Minister, I think, it has to be a dual growth.
Yes.
Both of us has to grow. And sometimes it has to be such that, okay, since I've grown to where I thought I liked Tribe and I did Tribe, she has to grow to the place where, my goodness, he thought I liked Tribe, so I need to upgrade me. When we grow, I think that the one of the big problems is when we grow, but we grow apart. And we grow to the part where I can say, whereas I used to wouldn't say,
that don't do it for me no more.
I don't like that. Since we have grown up and we've been around each other all this time, I don't like that no more. We have to grow together. and under that there has to be a big improvement in understanding. Awesome. I understand why you bought Tribe.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's where we were, and nostalgically.
come on now. Come on.
You know,
Hold up.
I just made me one, and you know I have a license to do that.
Right. You added a New Jackson to the family.
Yeah, there you go. You know, we have to when we allow ourselves, whether you know it or not, your thinking can control your senses, and it'll smell like. Boy, I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
because
you know what?
I've grown. Yes.
I'm going to have to give me a drop that says, "Come on, Jesse. You know that ain't a word."
Maybe
That's Ted Carpenter.
Nostalgistically. Maybe
right.
that's it.
So check this out, Bishop.
Yes.
Well, no. Me and Lynn, I made a promise and I'm gonna keep it. How do I keep liking the person I love? How do I keep liking the person that I love?
Man, that's important. You starting here?
Me and Lynn.
Oh, okay.
Remember her. That girl you fell in love with, that crush, that blush. You know, she's still that girl.
She still got
no matter how much woman she has become, she's still that girl. Right. And you can't forget her. You have to remember her. Because when you remember her, you remember everything that drew you to her. You remember that you ever just look at somebody here in 2022 and you can still see 19 so-and-so. You can still see that person. Inside of all of the years, inside of all of the growth, inside of all of the cosmetic changes, I still see you. Don't forget her. Remember her, and that will help you to continue. I remember when I used to do what I used to do for her. I remember when I used to make those walks, when I didn't have the car, when I used to make the effort, and you remember all of those things. I'm still sticking to the upgrade. But it got to start at the ground floor somewhere. And you got to remember her. You got to remember him and your reason why. Never forget your reason why.
Bishop.
I think it's important in the longevity of it is that friends remain friendly. Doing those things that you did. And this is something I alluded to earlier. And that love, see, we have to go beyond that initial love, because the things that might have drawn you to that person may not any longer be there. That physique, whether you're not slim and trim like you used to be. So we have to learn to see beyond the outside facade and know and anticipate and expect what's coming, and then see yourself the same way that he or she has grown older, so have you.
Brilliant.
And we have to transcend that and not have just that, that ice cream love, that love that can melt, that love that can cause you to have a stomach ache, and see beyond those things. And as long as we can remain friends, the only way you can remain friends is that you start off friends. But see, too many people start off in love.
He done went back to the top of the program.
And you don't have anything to revert to, because those things, sex, good looks, though all of that stuff wears out. whether you want to believe it or not. And I know they're giving extensions now. You can get the blue pill and you can go to the doctor. You can go to this, that, and the other. But eventually.
Come on, Bishop.
Yeah, it wears out.
We got comments. We got comments. My bad, Bishop.
No, okay, that's good. I'm yeah. You gotta stay intentional. I got on the bus. See, golly, let me say this. Too many people get on the love bus and they don't want to pay their fare because they say, I might get off after a while. So since they don't pay their fare, they don't sit down and they buckle in. And after a while, when the love bus starts to buck and jostle and problems come, I want to get off. And I can get off. Why? Because I didn't pay my fare. I didn't get in for the long run.
Tashira says to keep liking one another, keep dating, keep flirting with each other. Don't think that just because you are married now that you have to stop courting. That's
Absolutely.
a good one. And Stephanie Robinson says, be intentional. We got some crosstalkers that's over here preaching over here, so I had to hit you with the organs.
Man. Yeah, man.
So I got a question for you, Bishop. Since the man is the head of the family, is it his responsibility to keep things afloat? And is that reasonable?
Well, let me put it like this. In a relationship, we are both in the water. We are both in the boat of love. And if we're going to keep it afloat, we both got to row. Now, if one of you stops rowing and the boat goes off course, it's off course for both of you. If you spring a leak, both of you sink. And as I oftentimes tell couples, listen, when you are in an argument, if you're trying to win, whosoever wins, both of you lose. So you have to, I think you have to consider it takes what, Tammy Terrell, who's the girl with Marvin Gaye? It takes two?
Tammy Terrell.
It takes two. It takes both of us to make it work. Yeah, you cannot, a bird doesn't fly with one wing.
Man, I knew you was going to come up with some stuff.
So it takes both of us to keep it afloat.
And to go along with your analogy, if there's a spring, if the boat springs a leak, we have to be a team. It takes team effort. So
that's right.
One of us needs to be plugging the hole while the other one gets the water out the boat.
Yeah,
it's because it's not only the hole that gets us sunk; it's the water that's in the boat already. So we got to be very intentional and be a team about it. Like they say, teamwork makes the dream work. I know it's corny and all that kind of stuff, but
it's true though.
Yes, it's true. Me and Lynn, you got anything on that one?
What, same question?
Yeah. Is it the man's responsibility to keep things afloat, and is that reasonable?
That would be kind of crazy to make it a give it an assigned gender thing, like, it's man's job to take out the trash and her job to do the dishes, That would be crazy to like assign a spot for that when it takes two to make it work, Rob Bay said it takes two to make a thing go right, so under those circumstances.
He also said, I want to rock right now. I'm Rob Bates and I came to get down.
Let me mute you right quick. The thing about it is, for a person to sit back and make it one person's responsibility, that's lazy. And it's like this for every, and I'd say this for the brothers, if she's not bringing nothing to the table and have the audacity to leave with a doggy bag, what in the world does that say for the relationship that you in? You know, and I'm not talking about women just in general. I'm just saying if it's two of us in a relationship and there's only one person providing the meal, you know, and the other person ain't doing nothing but just taking half. What are you getting in return? What is this adding to you? What is this doing for you? Sometimes we got to sit back and ask ourselves that. You know, it's your responsibility to keep this thing fresh. And you getting stale on me? Come on now, we got to do something different. I got to do something different, you know? So sometimes we got to we got to be honest with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to endure the relationship just for the strength of length, you know, we have to look at it and be like, is this adding to me? Or is this a cancer to me? Is this killing me? You know?
Tashira said, if one person is carrying the weight, then what purpose does the other person have? What purpose does the other person serve then? That's
the weight.
Excellent. Wow.
If you're not helping the situation to float, you're hindering it to where it's going to sink.
Right.
That's
instead
all.
Instead of a rower, you become an anchor.
Yeah. If you're not it's just plain and simple. If you're not helping, you're hindering.
Right.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, y'all. I got to give myself a brilliant.
Brilliant.
And I'm gonna give myself.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And we can lift those hands on that one. We can lift those hands on that one.
Such a modest.
Well, hey, it's a poor dog that won't wag his own tail. I tell you that much. Hey, watch out now! Come on! Ah, I feel like preaching today, but I ain't come here to preach. We got a locomotive. My parents told me never to play on the train tracks when we grew up by the train tracks. We never grew up by the train tracks. Let me quit saying that. But now we got to the segment that's dedicated to our viewers who have questions about it's time to get to CrossTalk Talk of the Day. Let's get to that.
It's time for CrossTalk Talk of the Day. The Talk of the Day has been brought to you by, well,
I butchered it. CrossTalk Talk of the Day. This is a segment dedicated to our viewers who have questions they want us to voice on CrossTalk. This CrossTalk Talk of the Day has been brought to you by an anonymous watcher. And the CrossTalk Talk of the Day question is interracial dating still frowned upon? Is it wrong to date outside of one's race? Bishop, I'll let you go first on this one.
I think society still frowns on it, but society frowns on a lot of stuff that still are not, true to life. I don't think there's anything wrong with interracial relationships, and I don't think that, because people are people, and when we get hooked up on color, we're also limited by it. The relationship, God doesn't see color, and so that person that God has aligned for you may not be the same color as you. So I think we have to keep an open mind.
Me and Lynn?
I believe that, first of all, interracial, it's still frowned upon. It's frowned upon because of our rules. We've made rules. Now, with that being said, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. Like to some, we were just talking about justifying things in a relationship. Well, I've been hurt by my race, so now I'm going to go to the other race trying to justify. Those are just a bunch of set of rules that we made up. But the fact of the matter is, hey, if that's male and that's female, that's the biblical standard. Not black woman, white man, vice versa, X, Y, and Z. None of that. We start adding those dynamics to it, and of course it's going to be frowned upon, so why, and then you see it in commercials all the time where it's like they're steady trying to show a different kind of family, this Chinese man and this black woman, and these, all these multicolored children and different ethnicities and everything. And it's like we're fighting against man-made rules. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. You know, why worry about that? Huh?
Antiquated rules.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? A rule of thumb that, you know, it's not necessarily something that we have to do. It's just something that we just feel like, you know, it's and then you have your family telling you it's wrong to date outside your race.
Yeah.
You know, you get it from inside out, let alone outside in. You know,
wait. Real quick, Bishop put a question in the chat, and we have to, I know we overtime, but we have to answer this one. We have to. We have to. But first I gotta say what Shira said. Interracial dating is still frowned upon. It isn't wrong to do it, but don't degrade your own race in the process of dating outside of your own race. I like that.
Yeah, so many of our rich athletes, you remember when they used to say, black women don't fit my fame status.
To where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Kanye said, get rich, and now you got a white girl.
Yeah.
So Bishop Thompson says, in the comments, thank you for watching, Bishop Thompson. He says, is it the man's job or the woman's job or indifference to initiate the sex acts? Whose job is it to initiate sex? Come on, we got to do this one. Let me see who I'm going to get. Who I'm going to get with this.
Maybe you ought to give people a chance to think about that one.
Right. We'll see y'all next week. We did it.
Some viewers. Give the viewers some homework.
Yeah. Now, that's a good one. That's good.
Stephanie Robinson says it's both of their jobs. Yes, I agree. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think it should be any one person's job to initiate sex acts, because if it becomes my job to initiate it, then it kind of makes me feel like I'm the only one that needs it in this relationship. Between the two of us, I'm the only one that needs it between the two of us. So where are you getting it from?
If you initiate and she declines, then what? Is it's only when you want to?
Man, Bishop, we
I mean, just thought. What do they say? IJS?
IJS. Monica Simmons says it's both of our responsibility because we all want to feel wanted. Yes. There you go. You get to lift those hands.
Somebody lift those hands if you love them.
You're awfully quiet over there, man, Lynn. You brewing up an answer?
No, I ain't brewing up nothing. I have an answer.
Go ahead.
I was just sitting up here thinking, like, you know,
what words am I going to use to make this deep?
I mean, the truth of the matter is, you know, like, sometimes you just got to have a conversation. Sometimes we got to have a conversation. Truth of the matter is, like, look, I don't want my face cracked. You know, you don't want to be rejected. You don't want to look the fool. Like, you don't want to come off easy.
Nobody ever wants to feel rejected.
Right. You don't want to come up. You know, sometimes, you know, some of our back thoughts are dictating an action or a lack thereof. You know, I don't want them to think that I'm, you know, well then shoot, you probably the same thing I am. So don't worry about what you think and I think you are. You know. Just sometimes you just got to put it out there and have a conversation about it. Now, I'm not talking about from details and all kinds of X, Y's, and Z's, but, you know, just put it out there. The truth of the matter is we both feel, if we feel the same way, and you know how it is when we come to an agreement on, you know, where we are in the relationship.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation. What's wrong with having a conversation about it?
Lord,
you know,
God. That's so true, Reverend.
I don't want to reach and you draw back.
Yeah.
But then I misinterpreted why you drawing back. I don't want him to think I'm easy, knowing you want it just like I do. So it's like, let's talk about this thing.
Yeah.
OJ, who was the OJs that said, I got what you want, you got what I want.
And even the scripture says the body of the man is made for the woman. The body of the woman is made for the man. You don't have control over that, and you see that happening so often. The man does something that's not pleasing to the woman. Okay, you sleep on the couch.
I paid for this bed just like you.
It came out the same account.
On the couch.
You going on the couch too?
You go sleep on.
Right.
You mean we both gonna sleep on the couch tonight?
Right. Unless we pulling the couch out,
right.
It ain't gonna be no sleeping on the couch.
Oh God.
We did it. It's only 22 minutes past the hour.
I didn't have to do it.
Yes,
all.
you did. Yes,
late,
you
so
did.
I missed 30 minutes of it. So you all didn't blame me.
You like Bobby Brown in the new edition. You like Bobby Brown in the new edition movie. You extended the concert. Came late. You heard him calling Bobby.
Oh God.
Tashira said, I think both can and should initiate sex. However, I think some women might struggle with the initiation of sex because of the double standards society puts on women not being easy, yet men are rewarded for the same action. I think that's what me and Lynn was saying. I agree with that wholeheartedly, Tashira.
And I think also we have to keep society out of our relationships.
Yes. Like you say, keep other folk out of your business. That includes society.
Yeah, society can't run my relationship because society is too diversified. And you don't, what goes down in my house is not affected by what society says.
I'm digging it.
You're not paying my rent. Don't come up in my tent.
I knew you was gonna try to rhyme something with it. I knew it. I knew you was about to.
Did it,
bruh. That was a good one.
Don't come up in my tent. You want to know how I knew you was gonna try to rhyme something with it? Because I was trying to rhyme something with it and I failed miserably at it. I was all like, "Don't come if you ain't paying my rent." Then that money ain't spent. It was all like, nah, that's. I failed miserably at it, but we did it. It's only 24 minutes past the hour. If you want us to promote your business, email us at gocrosstalk@gmail.com. Include your business name, physical or virtual location, and your tagline, and we will. You saw us do it earlier. We will promote your business on our podcast. Fellas, the clock on the wall says that's all. What you got to say, man, Lynn? Tell everybody bye.
The clock on the wall pronounces the time of done. So, with that being said, remember each other.
That one, huh?
But remember each other. Remember each other and remember selves inside the relationship. Don't let the length of the relationship dictate the prosperity of the relationship. Bring something to the table, cultivate it. Your victory is in your praise, and without your praise, where is your victory?
Bishop.
To all of our couples or those who soon to be or wish to be, listen, whatever you do in your relationship, stay friendly, stay intimate. Intimacy does not always mean sex, but stay intimate. Love each other. Touch, don't lose the element of touch because there's even healing in touch. Glorify God in your relationship. Pray, trust God, obey, do sensible, don't panic, love life, live life, and I'll see you in the rapture.
That's right. We did it. It's only 26 minutes past the hour. We did it. I don't know how we did it, but we went the opposite way this week. We're on the opposite end of the time. But until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll see you. Well, you know what? We're going to take a break until September to follow Word Enrichment. See y'all next time.
Yeah, we talk, we learn, we laugh out loud on CrossTalk. Go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk, go CrossTalk. Yeah, we talk, loud on CrossTalk.